I'm here with my good friend, my colleague, co-founder, Anthony Gitch. Hello, Anthony.
Hello, how are you, sir?
I'm doing great. Hey, those of you that are watching right now, please go over to the chat. Tell us where you're. Are you in the Pacific Northwest or are you somewhere else? Love to know. Anthony, we've got some updates for these people.
Yeah, so we've got the link on live and online on the website and on the Facebook page. We've provided the link for the hotel. We are staying at the Marriott again. We did get a nice discount from them. So if you're planning on coming, make sure you get that booked in sooner rather than later, because you're going to want to make sure we need to make sure we've got the space to accommodate, because we didn't take a block of 30 rooms. We took a smaller block of rooms. And so get in there while our room's available. And if they need to increase that, then they can increase it, but it gives us time to do that. So that link is available. They did give us a great price. Jim and I are going to be staying there this time, just because it's a better price. And yeah, at any rate, it's going to be a hell of a lot easier than driving down there every day. So here are some of the names of the people that we definitely have on the list for sure.
Huh? Yeah, and these are, so we'll just point this out. These are the people that we've accepted, and they've returned back their contract. They said, yes, I definitely am in, and they're coming.
Yep. So we have got Natalia Chevskaya, who is going to be, she's here from the Pacific Northwest anyway. She's going to be presenting. Raymond Zukowski, Annie Grumbles, Michael Longshore, Gwendolyn Erie, of course, Christy Weeks, Hester Lubin, I believe Jill Lean. And here's a name I'm going to butcher because I have never met this person, I do not believe, Masha Rosen. And so those, and we've got a few more that have committed, but I haven't been able to get logged in there yet this morning to find out and update that list, just because I've been busy. So we will keep you guys updated on that on the Facebook page. I'm going to start putting this actual schedule together, and that'll be up and online, I would say, no later than Friday evening. And so you're going to be able to start to see how the schedule is going to look. We're actually having, I think, at least one, maybe 2 4-hour mini workshops that are going to be included. We're going to decide which of those, we've got several proposals for those. We haven't decided which ones we're accepting, but we're going to do one on each day, possibly 2. We're just going to, Jim and I haven't made that final decision yet. So keep your eye open for that. We're looking forward to it. The vendor space is going to be out in front for everybody to have easy access to. And so make sure you get your vendor tables. We've only got 10 of them, and 2 of them currently have been taken. Well, actually probably 3 or 4 of them have been taken at this point. So make sure you sign up for those while you can. And so that's all I've got. That's all I've done.
Okay, so hey, I'm sorry. So there's somebody out there. Sorry, I don't know who you are. It doesn't tell me who you are, unfortunately, but you can't hear. Well, if you can't hear me saying this isn't going to help at all.
Correct.
So who are you?
And
I think come back and watch it again. I checked the volume. That's what I was doing when I wasn't paying attention. I went back and checked. We are broadcasting volume, and update. I don't know what you mean by I update for you. I don't know. I don't know who you are or whatever. Anyway. All right. So, a couple of things. I keep talking to this person like they can hear me, but they can't hear me. So whoever,
don't worry about it.
I'm going to put there's only one person. So, exciting stuff. I wanted to just mention something really quick about because I'm actually having a chat with someone later today, and they brought up something. They said, how do I get picked for this? And last year I think they weren't chosen as a speaker, and I'll tell you, we always have more speakers than we do have slots for. So that's something to keep in mind. Is I know it's so funny too. Did this happen to you too, Anthony? When we first started this thing, I remember several of my friends said, "Oh, I'll help you out. I'll be happy to speak."
Yes.
And it was like, well, thank you. but we don't actually. I don't want to say we don't need speakers, but we have enough. What I would like to say is we have enough speakers. So we definitely want you. If you're a good speaker, we want you to come. You know, what we also need support. We also need your support. And I got to say, um, if you're someone who, you know, maybe you've been trying to get into conferences, or you're trying to get in this conference or another, I can only speak for myself. I really look at that. Like if you're supporting me, I'm going to support you. And so if it comes down to two people and they've got, you know, topics and they both seem like great topics, if one of them is a supporter and they've been sharing this thing, talking about, hey, this is a great conference that's going to be happening, and maybe this other person hasn't said anything, I'm sorry, I'm a human. I'm going to pick the one that's been supportive. And
No, you're
so,
not, Jim.
so
Dare
you
you?
know, this isn't just some big organization. This is like two guys that sit around and go, you know, hey, how many Facebook followers do they have? Have they ever shared this thing? Do they, you know, do you know them? I mean, really, that's what I mean. It does come down to that. And I know we want to think, well, if I'm a brilliant speaker, they'll have me. And I got to be honest, if you're a brilliant speaker, yeah, I mean, like Roy Hunter, he's always got a place at the table, right?
Right.
You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
Ray
yeah.
Bay, people like that, of course. But you know, I mean, it's just be supportive, and we will support you as well. So that's something I want to get out there.
Well, I appreciate that. I'm glad that you did. But you know, I'll tell you guys here are so like I was saying, we got a great. It's going to be a really interesting conference this year because we've got some things. It's to me, it's funny how topics kind of come in waves.
Hmm.
And this year we've got this wave of kind of spiritual
Hmm.
interesting stuff happening this year with who we've selected and who was coming
Cool.
in with things. We've got ancient Polynesian parts therapy,
Very
which
interesting.
I've never heard of it. It's going to be interesting. We've got a whole, just great stuff. AI tool stuff.
Ooh, that's exciting.
Yes, we've got. I'm trying to see here. Let me see if I can open this up. Discover the power of language. Who's that? How to create powerful presentations, psychedelic medicines. We've got a lot of fun stuff. There's two people talking about mushrooms and the way that the states are starting to handle the legalization of that sort of therapy and how it interplays with hypnosis, which that'll be interesting because I don't know that myself. We've got some good stuff coming up, guys.
Exciting. And I think you mentioned this, but we're actually feeding you this time.
Yeah,
So
lunch.
and really good stuff. I don't remember what it is right offhand, but we got some really good food lined up.
Yep,
So
it's two. I believe it's a buffet on Saturday, and on Sunday it's another kind of. I don't know the way that they do it for sure, but I've put the menu up there before for folks to take a look at. There's obviously gluten free and vegetarian options and all that kind of stuff for those of you who need that. We've tried to make sure that we've been inclusive of everybody's dietary restrictions. So everybody can partake and we can all get together and create community, which is what the idea of this, behind all of this is to begin with. And so this time we're all having lunch together. I'm not sure how that's going to play out. I still haven't figured that out in my head where they're apparently going to be hosting it. And it's all going to be upstairs this time. And so a little bit more together, a lot more togetherness, no between floors, all that kind of stuff this time.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
And that's going to be really nice to be able to sit down and, last time there was some challenges eating together. This time we got that solved. So that's exciting.
Yeah.
Good.
Yep. Community this time. So yeah, everybody get involved, especially you folks who are in the Pacific Northwest. We'd like you to come out and join us, support
Absolutely.
us, be part of us.
Yes. Remember, if you support us, we support you. That's really the way it goes. And really, we put this together for you guys. So this, the goal was to serve people that don't go to other conferences. So that's because you're way up here. You're away from a lot of the other conferences. If you're in the Midwest, you got like 3 or 4 to choose from.
A lot easier to get to Florida from there. A lot easier to get to a lot of places from there.
Yeah. So, actually, yeah, if you can count Florida, that's right. So, I mean, if you're on that side of the country, there's a ton of choices over here. We've got HypnoThoughts and us. Well, there's the NGH thing. So there's 3
Solid
total.
Gold is Solid Gold is down there. Yeah.
Yeah. So, we still got to go to Vegas. So we really did. This was the idea. Let's put something together for people that live in the Northwest that don't get out to other conferences, or they don't get out as often. And they also want to meet other hypnotists in the area so we can network more.
Yeah. And people who are providing top-notch services at those other conferences.
Yep.
So yeah, join us, have fun with us, celebrate with us, learn with us.
Hit us up with you if you have any questions. I think that's it.
Yep. That's it for
Thanks,
me.
everybody. Take care. Be
Bye.
well. Be awesome.